we're super excited about our keynote speaker today. When Jessica and I were talking and throwing ideas back and forth for a keynote speaker, we were thinking of someone who has been an inspiration to us as we have been raising our kids. And the first person that came to our mind was Emmett. Emmett has had so many great experiences in his life that he can share that can help all of us. And he's done some amazing things. And so we decided that Emmett was who we wanted to hear from. Not only does he have some great inspiring stories and he's done some really great things, but he has Jacobson syndrome, which makes it all even more amazing. So we're going to pass the mic to Emmett.
Hi, everybody. I hope you guys had a good lunch today. I'm going to be talking about my life with LMQ. And the first video that I'm going to show you today is the Boston Marathon that just ran in April with my friend Mike Hewer, because I'm in the apparel alley, because before apparel alleys like category, it's pretty new to the Boston Marathon, yeah, and all marathons are 26.2 miles, and he's a little crazy. Yes.
Checking in, almost to the 13-mile mark. You can hear the Wellesley Scream Tunnel in the distance. About to get loud. Let's go! Let's go! Right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. Okay. Let's go! Let's go, baby! Woo! Running through Natick. Here we go, Emmett. You got this, bud. Let's go! We're gonna do it! We're gonna finish the Boston Marathon! Let's go! Woo! Finish line is in sight! Let's go, baby!
These are my medals for 3 years. The first one is the personal in 2020 during the COVID when the pandemic happened. The second one is last fall in October on my brother's birthday, and then the third one is this in April on the holiday of Patriots Day. It's a holiday in Boston And, and this is like a sticker that I always get each year. Yeah. And then, okay, this is in Concord, where I live. And I built the virtual. And they took pictures when I was in high school. And then my early, when I first started when I was 8, okay, my first job was at a orchard behind my house called High Orchard. Yeah.
You want it?
Okay, this is the orchard I worked at for one summer. It was a lot of work. Yes. He was my basketball coach when I was a kid, but I knew him for my entire life. Yeah. Harry Ryder. And this is the grocery store that I worked at for 12 years and it's called Mark Gresham. It's a New England-based company, but now they're in Toronto now. They pay me very well, but I could have the beer. Yeah. Yep, I'm a vagrant, and I'm the specialty. Like if somebody left their phone or their keys or what, I'd have to go give them outside at the car. Yeah.
Yeah, to run after them, I bet. There you go.
So this is where I work now.
Hundreds of issues and policies have been debated and discussed.
So this is there was a kid who came up to me when I was out for my training run for the 2020 marathon. It was in up to the elections in 2020. And he did a piece on me about my syndrome, where I worked for his local news station. And yeah, I'm waiting for it.
In the weeks leading up to New Hampshire's first in the nation primary. But for one Canterbury man, there's one issue that's been noticeably absent.
Meet 29-year-old Emmett Collins. He works at Concord's public access TV station.
So this is the camera I use. This is camera 3.
Emmett also has Jacobson syndrome, a chromosomal birth defect which affects development, speech, and motor skills. But that doesn't stop Emmett from running audio boards, working cameras, and editing video. And he loves being a part of the Concord TV team.
I feel like I don't have a disability, yeah, like because I'm part of like a team, like a regular human being.
Concord TV Executive Director Josh Hardy says the whole team learns from Emmett.
Just as much as we show him and teach him about video production, he's made us so much better too.
You could be fooled by all of his skill, but it doesn't always come easily for Emmett.
I'm trying to my brain is trying to learn. It's tough for me to learn things. Yeah.
But that doesn't stop Emmett from taking on new challenges, like he will this April alongside his father, Brian.
So Emmett is running in the Boston Marathon. He got in for the first time as a para-athlete.
Emmett has run marathons before, but not one on quite as big of a stage as the Boston Marathon.
It's tough on your body, but at the end you feel like you did it and you're happy.
On this morning, the duo took breaks from their training runs in hopes of speaking to presidential candidates leaving a forum.
So you consider a cabinet position for people with disabilities?
They want to know each candidate's stance on disability issues, although most candidates seem to ignore the pair.
We know that we are a demographic of probably near about 10 million Americans that live with their adult children with disabilities, and there really has never been a comprehensive national plan and policy around how to assist with families throughout the lifespan of their children.
And as Emmett keeps on running, he wants the candidates and everyone else to get to know him better.
I'm very friendly. Even though I have a disability, I'm fun to be around.
He hopes that charm will get the attention of the person who could be the next president. From Concord, New Hampshire, I'm Fort Hatchett, Fox 21, local news.
So, a volunteer who comes into Stevenson to gets equipment and goes out and films basketball, football, hockey, softball, and he comes back and I did the and I do the scoreboard and get the game out to show their parents if they can't make it or just anybody who can see it, this video. It's on YouTube because it's that's the world today is YouTube. Yeah. And this is a little book that I did. Oh yeah, I created the scoreboard to show the score, the aim, but yeah. Yeah. And, yeah.
He's O'Connell to the pitch. Fouled away. Count goes full. 3-2. Looks like 3-2 pitch. He hits a gap shot. I think that's going to be chasing that. It's not going to. That'll get a run around. Get him into second, a stand-up double as Philbrook comes home. A big applause from the crowd, so he gets an RBI.
So this is the Concord Auditorium. It's a logo theater that they use it for the Friends program, the Workshop Lecture in Concord, New Hampshire, and then they do like adult plays, like it's from they want to do a play there, and I did a bumper, like a short filler for, my work TV station, during, to go, like, when I was home during the COVID-19, yes, they sent me some, work to do over, is that right?
Just B-roll.
Yeah, girls, yeah. Want to skip this one?
Yeah, were you gonna say something else?
No, I was gonna, you want to skip?
If it's one,
Yeah. Or this,
it's
so,
too long, yeah.
yeah.
Work. Okay.
Oh.
Is that
Yeah.
good right there?
Right there. Yeah. So, this is me running camera. I'm in. And this is after a live production.
A live production?
Yeah.
Oh, it might.
Yeah.
Okay, that was fast. Yeah, I don't really love it. Do I need to do anything to this?
No.
Come up over here. Right there, you're good.
Oh, yeah, good. We're in the pictures and stuff, this one. I filled this one out just because we're in Washington. We came to Washington. Oh, I'm sorry. Came to Washington for Emmett's 8th birthday. So this is a picture in front of the White House. And, you know, I just want to kind of back up and show some pictures of him as he's grown up. Good. Start this one. So this is my uncle, Father Francis O'Hara. And with Emmett, when Emmett was 9, Emmett wanted to make his first communion, and he loved going to Mass with my mother-in-law in the Catholic Church. And we are, non-practicing Catholics, so we don't go to church, and there's not a church in our teeny tiny town. So we really were blessed to have accomplished this goal that he had. Additionally, because of his developmental delay, he was not able to read the little booklets that Catholic Church requires that you read and answer all the questions in order to make your first communion. So I called my uncle, who is kind of our in-house go-to priest, and he baptized me, and he married Brian and I, baptized Emma. So he's on call for any ceremony that he wants. And so he thought about it, and he came up with a solution one of the bookstores and got some videos that I could watch. And I think it was one book. It was very, it was not a complicated reading book. So he was able to go through those, and he said, have him watch them and study it, and I'll call him on the phone and I'll ask him 7 questions if he can answer them and make his first communion. So he did that, and of course had all the answers. So he then had a special Sunday mass, and Emmett made his communion by himself. So he made his first communion in special Emmett Commons ceremony. It was lovely, and all my family came, and they pretty much filled up the church. It's like a huge Irish Catholic family. So it was an event, and it was very special. And the reason I kind of selected this story, with Emmett, there are so many, is that it was a problem that I really didn't want to have to deal with. It's like, oh, I think we need to go to church. But it's what he wanted. And it was a problem where I couldn't figure out the solution. I felt like I didn't have the tools to thoughtfully apply to this situation. And as the situation unfolded, the solution became apparent. And I've found that so many times since then, with far more complicated challenges. And so having faith in yourself and in the world around you, that the solution will, you work the problem, you keep working the problem, and eventually the solution will present itself, it will become solved. And that's just how I've operated over the years, that I don't get too bent out of shape about something not working or not knowing what to do. I have faith in the process that eventually, it will present itself. I love that picture. This is August 8, 1990. And teeny tiny, as I'm sure many of your children were, just over 6 pounds, and then dropped down to under 6. And you can hold them in the palm of your hand at that point. And my oldest son Brendan was mad because he wanted a girl. He was like, "Where's the girl?" Get the name picked out.
But you guys were in the dark for.
Yeah. So this is we did not know, at this point, anything about disability. There was no prenatal testing, nothing that would have identified it. So that didn't happen until he was 11 months. And but he was medically fragile, so he had a lot of problems. And he spent a lot of time in and out of the hospital. So he had 2 eye surgeries. He had pneumonia. At this stage, he had pneumonia several times overnight in the hospital. And I know you've all experienced it. So it's, but we didn't know why. So that was kind of a mystery. Time went on. We began to notice developmental delays as well. And what he wasn't meeting those developmental goals. So we did push the pediatrician to make an appointment with a developmental pediatrician up in Dartmouth, who did confirm that he had developmental delays, but again, no reason why. And the blood work, the testing came back when he was 11 months that showed the deletion. Two grandmothers, son, mother on the left. Brendan. I guess you got over this boy. And he was always a cute. No question about that. But I think he's tired or sick, and this is even stop this one. But this was the sitting up. I remember that day very vividly. The one before it. Yeah. You see the pillows around there. He really wanted to sit up, and he was really, really trying. And he finally did accomplish about, it was, I don't know if it was a minute, it was maybe half a minute of sitting up. And he was pretty determined. So he was delayed, but he really always had the motivation and eventually mastered the skill. So he, that motivation and that determination is still what we see here in all these accomplishments, like running. This back to him.
Okay. So this is Waterloo Guy. I work as a skater. So I'm learning how to tether for the winter. I did it once, but I don't do that. I just help, I just be like the extra person who needs to go on for if there's like enough, like emergency or if they need if they need like equipment, like if they need like a pen or something, they tell me what to get. Yeah. Or I ask somebody to help me in the room. Yeah. Yeah. So this is a fundraiser that my program did. This is a family that I helped for 5 years. Yeah. It was a mother-daughter kind of thing, because I know the family for a long time. Yeah, and she's not around anymore. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Yeah. And this is the ski weekend with my brother and his wife and their friends. And this is happy hour after skiing. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I have a lake house up in Newfoundland, and that's the red boat. And this is the family that my mom was just talking about. And this is me catching a fish, my friends, and my brother.
I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Back a little bit.
Yeah.
Back to
Fish.
Yeah.
Fish
Not
there.
really.
Yeah.
Not actual
That's
size.
the fish I caught. And I caught my mom, and they were very on the road. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And there was, I fed my whole friends. It was, like, they brought me into the group. You know, I was hired. Yeah. Yeah. And then, vacation. So this is in the fall, in 2017. Her brother got married there, and that's my sister-in-law. That's my brother. That's her brother. And she hasn't been, so when we went there, she hasn't been back for like almost like 10 years. Yeah. And it's like, it was it emotional for her? Emotional. Yeah. Yes. It was definitely sad and happy. Yeah. That she was back in her own state. Yeah. Well, I got to say. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard for me to say country. Huh? Yeah. 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 And then this is in Ireland. I'm at Fairmouth Beach. And that's my dad and my mom and me. Yeah. And I'm in London, where I wish the Bears were here, but there were lots of pictures. I hope Amy and Nigel and the people in England, I hope they are watching right now. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And yeah, I had a great time there. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
That is it.
Yeah.
We've had the pleasure of knowing you for a really long time. And one of my favorite stories, especially when I see you doing things like running that marathon in April, is back in the day when Dad was talking about how you started running. Can you share with some of all of us new parents that are here?
Nigel
How you
just wrote,
started
I
running?
am watching Emmett.
Thank you.
But share with us how you started running.
Yeah.
I remember Dad saying that, man, it was getting tough with behaviors before we had all of this training and stuff available to us. We're talking about back in the day, right, Emmett?
Yeah.
And Dad would say, run to the gate.
Yeah.
And then come back. Am I done yet? No, run to the gate again. And now look what's running done.
I remember something that happened on a track.
Yes.
What happened on the track?
I laid down.
You lay down and wouldn't get up.
Yeah. And he said, I'm not doing it. Yeah. Yeah. And
Father has a will of iron.
yes.
So does Emmett.
He wanted me to run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I did. And I did.
Love it.
Thank you, Emmett.
Anyone else?
Any other questions?
Anybody else?
No.